Hi everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Behind the Scenes with Nerd Caliber. This year we're celebrating the 25th anniversary of Harley Quinn, first brought to us in the animated series Batman by Paul Dini and Bruce Timm. Now, it took a whole year for her to be able to be on the pages of DC, but since then she's been a staple in the DC catalog. And these days she's now a symbol of feminism, pride, and just putting on your underoos and getting stuff done. So today, as part of this anniversary, we have two amazing Harley Quinn cosplayers from the Massachusetts area with us. First I have...
Koi-Fish Asylum. You can call me Christy, though.
And...
Deadly Symmetry, but you can call me Kat.
Okay, guys, we're just go ahead and jump right into the questions. How long have you been cosplaying Harley Quinn?
Several years now, I want to say. 2010 is when I started. I have 9 costumes.
Oh my God.
I think I've only been doing it for about 4 years. And I do not have that many costumes.
What drew you to Harley Quinn to basically put your all into making these costumes?
My favorite thing about Harley would probably be the fact that even though she comes off as a bubbly and slightly ditzy character to some people, she's probably the strongest person in the Batman series because of all the abuse that she goes through.
Okay.
She is like a survivor of abuse, and she's like such a strong person as well. And the amazing thing about her is, too, she has like no superpowers. Like, basically the only thing she has is immunity to Joker toxin, which she acquired from the Joker, and an immunity to some toxins thanks to poison ivy. So it's like really amazing all of the things she's able to do with like the limits she has, other than a psychology degree and some gymnastics.
Do you look to Harley Quinn as like a female role model almost?
I would say I do. Like I said, she is very strong, and as you said, she does not have superpowers. She doesn't have a ton of money like Batman. She can't buy her, equipment. She basically has to make herself the badass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, what type of reactions have you gotten from fans since doing these costumes?
Some positive, some negative. Recently, since Suicide Squad came out, there was a little bit of a negative pull. Mm-hmm. And I've gotten like, oh, another Harley Quinn, But then I get the people that are like, oh my gosh, you look perfect. You look just like her.
Christy?
A lot of positive reactions from kids and adults alike. There is a lot of Harleys out in the Comic-Con scene, I would have to say. It's probably the most cosplayed female character, but there's a reason for that.
I love seeing all the different types of costumes she has throughout her 25 years. I think she has some of the most variety of costume changes.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Is there a specific type of costume she has that you most love?
I love them all. I really do. I love all her costumes. I think my favorite one that I fell in love with, though, was in the animated cartoon when she's going down the street with her skates on and she's walking her hyenas. That was definitely my moment where I was like, yes.
Christy?
This one's my favorite, then just as Harley Quinn. So it has like a little like punk, a little pizzazz, a little spunk to it. On the back jacket it says "Kiss This." It's kind of my favorite.
What are your thoughts on the character's future? We see her now as a pinnacle for pride, with her interactions with Poison Ivy, and even in the new Injustice comic book with Black Canary. What do you think her future is going to be like?
I would be interested to see. I think that it's showing more variety, and I definitely like that. Yeah, I'd say that's basically, because she used to come off as just like Joker's sidekick.
Yes.
Now she seems to be becoming her own.
Mm-hmm.
She is coming her own. She's, in the newer comics, the Harley Quinn comics, she has her own gang. She's kind of like doing her own thing. And she goes from this sidekick, side character where the male is like the primary figure you're looking at to a primary female figure that you're looking at.
What were your thoughts on her being one of the few superheroes or femme fatales from comic books on the big screen now? Well, we've had Black Widow. We've now have Wonder Woman, but before Wonder Woman was Harley Quinn.
Yeah. I was scared, I'm not gonna lie, because she's such an extreme character that she could be taken as too ditzy or too bubbly, or I was just worried they weren't going to show her intelligence side.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that for the most part, I think Suicide Squad got it right. I think they might have put a little bit too much of the seductive side, but I think they did a decent job.
Christy?
At first I was really nervous about seeing the Suicide Squad version. When I first saw the costume, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're over-sexualizing the character, and there's not going to be anything left of what we know of Harley Quinn from the comics and the animated series. But as I watched the movie, they do like a lot of nods to her actual old character and uphold the character truly. And she is a sexy character if you look at the comics. You know, the first line she has in the comics is vroom vroom. You want to ride your Harley? And it's like, it's kind of,
I forgot that.
and not to mention
How do you forget that?
I had the attention span of a goldfish.
Yeah, and then she basically almost traps and does in Batman by kind of like using her sexy wilds to be like, hey, I need some help, Batman. So
Speaking on the whole sexiness of this character, do you feel like there's sometimes it goes a little too sexy for the character, or do you think that's part of her personality?
I think that's part of her personality. When she's first depicted, she's not depicted as smart as she is today. She basically slept her way through college. It's basically what they imply.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay.
I would say that she's definitely gotten smarter, which is definitely a good thing. I would say that she's more of a role model now than she originally started as, because I think she was supposed to be just a one-time bubbly, oh, I'm so sexy sidekick person.
Are you excited for the prospect of the Gotham Sirens movie of her plus Poison Ivy plus Catwoman?
I'm interested to see it. I'm scared because there's so many different extremes that they're going to be taking. Poison Ivy in herself is very sexual, but she's also, again, very intelligent. Catwoman is very seductive as well, but she is very master thief, and there's just a lot of ways they could screw it up.
Christy?
Super excited. Love the comics. I know it's not going to follow the comic books exactly, but I mean, it doesn't seem like they really can. There's only so much you can fit in like 2 hours.
With Wonder Woman just came out. I know most of us have already seen it. With the success of Wonder Woman being a female-led, female-directed, female production, do you think this will lend us more to having maybe like a Harley Quinn solo movie?
That would be really neat. I would definitely love to see that. Once again, it would depend on how they depict her, but I would definitely like to see that.
I'm trying to think. She does interact. It's hard to have her own movie. She interacts so well with the other characters. She does have her own comic book line, and it is a fun, quirky thing. But she would have to... It depends on the storyline that they have her in.
Okay. Changing the whole direction this is going, do you have any other Harley costumes planned in the future?
I really want to do one of the ones from Injustice, the new one. I like the one, it's got the goggles and the strap corset part. I love that one. I would love to do that one.
And Christy?
I've already done pretty much all of the costumes. Pretty much the newer ones that they have would have to come from the new movie, or the new video game Injustice, or one of the newer movies. But I'd have to see it and see if I like it before I do it.
Okay. And I want to talk about the costumes you're wearing today. I know you're both from video games. Girls do play video games. You're from the Arkham Knights or the
Arkham City.
Arkham City.
Yep.
Girls play video games. And then Injustice. And Christy, I love this costume. Can you tell us a little bit of how you made it?
So this costume is super old. This is like a 5-year-old costume. This was before I had my own sewing machine. So a lot of it is actually hot glued together. I admit, I took, this was before they had the two-tone leggings. So I kind of took like the black ones and then the red ones, cut it in half and hand sewed the middle.
Wow.
And then this is hot glued. This is from a dollar store, these little dagger accessories. This I made out of Sculpey. These boots I altered. These gloves I altered severely. This jacket I had help sewing. And then this top I hand sewed the tails and then glued them into the wig. So, and then the mask I made myself out of foam.
And if anybody wants to know, Christy does make these, and she sells them at conventions when she's a guest. And you have an Etsy account, right?
Yep, I have an Etsy. They're only $5. They're lightweight, foam, cheap.
They also come in kid sizes, too. Plug in that.
Yay.
And
I might have to buy one.
and for your costume.
Well, this actually, because this was the first Harley Quinn costume I bought, it's actually a costume store costume. Not bad. I did add a few little things, like I had to add my own choker. I fixed the back of it a little bit because it was a little too big. But I would say most of this is actually, store-bought.
Okay.
Like I said, first one.
That's perfectly fine. Now, a part of Harley Quinn's character and costume is the makeup. And Christy has this really great way she does is, like, she'll do this makeup and body paint and it'll last all day. And as a professional makeup artist, I'm just like, there's no way. I can't do that. How did you do your makeup today?
So that's the question I get asked the most. How did you do your Harley makeup? So there's one method that I use, which is airbrushing. You can get like a water base, but that tends to come off real easy, or an alcohol base. But today I used what I recommend if you're doing something like this is SFX. They have a cream-based pot that you can buy for about $10 and use like a sponge or your fingers like I kind of use and spread it all over your face. And then there's like a setting powder that will make it stay there for the whole entire day. A lot of people use like the Halloween stuff and it'll like crack throughout the day. So put your contacts in first, do your base of the white makeup, then do your eye makeup and lipstick, and you should be good to go.
Yeah, and obviously beauty makeup. I love the lashes you're wearing.
Oh, thank you.
What brand are they?
Five Below.
Okay. Makeup does not have to cost a lot to look this good. Thank you for joining us another episode of Behind the Scenes with the Nerd Caliber. I want to let you know about an amazing thing we have coming up at the beginning of August called CAPE, Cosplay and Photography Expo. It's all about making your costume, showing it off, and photographing it. And we have amazing workshops and panels where you can come make things, learn how to take photos, and I'm pretty sure these two lovely ladies will also be there and they'd love to meet you. All the information can be found down below us in the comment section area. Tickets are running out fast, but we'd love to have you out. I'm super glad you all joined with us for another episode of Behind the Scenes. Now, one amazing thing I want you to know is here at the Nerd Caliber team, especially with those of us that do the Cosplay and Photography Expo CAPE, we host panels all over the country, and if you would like to have us there, such as the large conventions, please let them know. We're putting in applications now, but we'd love to have our advanced cosplay Q&A with these young ladies, as well as all the other guests we have on the show. If you want to have us out, please let them know, and we'd love to be there. Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming out and celebrating the 25th anniversary of this amazing character we all know and love today. Now, please tell the audience where they can find you on social media.
Okay. On Instagram, you can find me at Deadly Symmetry, and my name is Kat on there, so.
And Christy?
I'm Koi Fish Asylum. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, DeviantArt, Etsy. But the ones I use the most, I use in Facebook and Instagram.
And the links to all of those will be down in the description area on this video, as well as mine. And thank you so much for coming to see us again. And make sure that if you want to see any other videos like this, you go ahead and let us know in the comments. All right, guys, have a great day.